Well, it's a special day. You know why? Because it's Wednesday.
Wednesday, baby.
It's Wednesday, and at this time, you know what time it is. It's time for the Culinary Hotline Bling! Ting, ting, ting! Roll it, baby!
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary Hotline Bling. That can only mean one thing.
Listen, baby, it's cold outside, and you know what time that is. It means it's time to get your soup books out, all of those recipes. Crank them out, dust them off, because we're making soups with Neil Anthony and Jenny Morris. Souped up, baby.
Souped up, baby.
Souped up. And of course, when it comes to making a soup, legend has it that you need to start off with a very good vegetable stock.
Exactly.
Or a good stock, right?
Exactly.
So let's try and get Jenny and Neil's tips on how to make that beautiful veggie stock that'll give you that scrumptious Munyel's kind of soup.
That exact thing.
Jenny, what do you say?
Well, you know, I'm going to say the same thing as Neil, actually. So why don't you give two of the veggies and I'll give two?
So, I mean, I'm going to go with a leek and a carrot.
Yeah, leek and a carrot. Yeah.
Leek and a carrot.
Leek and a carrot.
Exactement.
And onion.
And your onion. So that would be your classic mirepoix.
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 It's French.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it when you speak foreign.
That's what I do, baby. You know, you can peel your carrots. It's not like a super essential thing.
I prefer to peel mine.
I hate peeling carrots. I hate it.
It's quite therapeutic.
It was a chore that my late grandmother just, you know, got us to do at the most unnecessary of times. I
always chop them at an angle.
Why?
It looks better.
Okay. And also gives you more surface for flavor attraction.
It also looks better.
It does look
so you know, you want to have them sort of that sort of size-ish at points. You know, your celery, you need to peel your celery. That's bang. That's
that I like, just some.
And you can also go a little bit of thyme and garlic and bay leaf as well. It's also a vibe. So, you know, that's your classic foundation. Those are your building blocks.
Yeah.
I think the most important word for a stock is that it's a building block for other flavors.
Yes, yes. Why does this form such a good base?
That's just it, baby.
Because it's classic.
Yeah, it's a classic.
And
you don't mess with the classics.
With Neil cutting it nice and big like that, you don't get a cloudy stock. The smaller the veggie, the more it breaks up and the more it cooks, so don't hurt it.
Cloudier it gets. So you want to have it nice and sort of chunky. And then a gentle simmer. You also don't want to rapidly boil it. A nice little gentle simmer. So that into some sort of simmering water, or just cover that with simmering water, your bay leaf, your thyme, and just tick that away.
Look at me. You look at me.
Do this.
It must do this.
That's exactly what it needs to do.
Okay. Your soup must do this.
Yeah.
It mustn't do this.
No.
You never want to have that going on.
Just
volcanic.
So yeah.
By the way,
so there's your foundation, baby.
0214309881.
Exactly.
Give us a call. Maybe you have some tips to share with us regarding making your favorite soups. How do you go about making sure that it is beautiful, it's scrumptious, it's heartwarming? Because that's what you want.
Exactly,
don't you?
It's like you hug your insides almost, basically.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's an inside hug, yeah.
What's the bare minimum you can get away with when it comes to making a good vegetable soup?
You have
vegetable
to have
soup, or just like a? That's what you want, yeah.
Yeah, but
so you want that, yeah. That's your foundation. And even then, you don't even need to. You know, some people then boil that up and then sort of get rid of the vegetables. You don't even need to. You can then chop that up, puree it, and mix that. You don't want to sort of get rid of that sort of those flavorants. You want to keep that,
but you know, Neil, from that, you could almost, like you say, we could chop it up, puree it, and put a bit of milk with it, turn it into a creamy veggie soup.
There we go.
Yes, waste not.
I mean, after you've spent hours and hours watching your soup do this, watching it dance, why would you want to throw all of that hard work away? Blitz it up a little bit. Leave some chunks in there as well.
Texture is very nice.
Texture when it comes to soups. Oh, this is very exciting. Probably my favorite part of winter. Generally, I hate winter. But when it comes to the soups, they kind of make it all work.
That's what it's about.
Right? Yeah. All right. 0214309881. Give us a call. We'll be back again with a souped-up version of the Culinary Hotline Bling.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Call us on your cell phone. Culinary Hotline Bling. That can only mean one thing.
You tuned into the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting. By the way, if you think this is very weird, no, it's not. This is what your soup should be doing.
If it's not doing that, you're doing it wrong.
Okay? That's how you know your soup's good. It's all good. Neil Anthony and Jenny Morris really educating us on how to make delicious soups, especially because it's cold outside, baby. We were talking about the basis of a good soup, which is a good stock. Yeah. We showed you the basics of how to make a great vegetable stock, which includes celery, leeks, carrots, onions. Just let those, you know, let them have a bit of a dance in that water.
Sort of mariage, a nice gentle mariage of the mirepoix.
To make a mirepoix. What about this? Because a lot of people just go to this quickly when you're making stock.
Do you know what? It's convenient for a lot of people.
Sure, and it's cool. It's good.
You can use it.
Packing flavour.
Yeah, but MSG.
Yeah, okay.
Too much salt. You have to choose something that's in the middle.
Balance it, yeah. You don't want to go full. Don't never go full powder.
And you know, the thing is, we're all kind of like pursuing, I think most people are pursuing a healthier lifestyle anyway. And to just, you know, cut those veggies like you've done there, get them in some water and let them boil or simmer softly.
Tick away.
That's not too much effort. It's not too much to ask.
Nah.
Okay.
So all right. Get on with the rest of your day.
Let's settle it there then. How about this? I mean, some people like their soups very chunky. Some like it very smooth. But how about making a minestrone soup? Am I saying it minestrone?
Minestrone is my favourite soup. It's a tomato-based soup. And what I love about it is you can be in tune with the seasons with this, because I was married to an Italian, and the first thing my father-in-law taught me was you make it the minestrone, you make it the stock, and then you can add anything to it.
You like.
Anything you want.
From Le Jardin.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Anything from
Absolute. Anything from your garden.
Goodness.
So spinach at the end. These I like to pop in at the end. The mushrooms at the end because
what are these again? These are
courgettes.
Courgettes.
Or you can call it a mirch pampun, or you can call it a zucchini.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then anything, some carrot, you can use pasta in it. Sometimes you would use orzo.
Yeah.
If you have a look over here, we've got all these beautiful
look at that. What do you have back there?
bits and pieces you can add.
All the accoutrements.
Yeah, and you look here. I mean, if you look here, this is stunning.
I nearly smelled that, but I only nearly smelled it
so
because Neil is throwing in random French words that are boggling my mind.
And look at this. I'm just getting so excited now.
Lovely.
Look. You can put baby potatoes.
It's really a...
And the pasta.
It's such a almost like a blank canvas for massive flavour.
Oh my goodness! So these are some of the top flavors that you could really add to your soups to give them that extra little bit of
loads of time in there. Garlic,
rosemary.
Rosemary, it's a hard herb, so I would put in the beginning a little bit, not too much, because it overpower.
And then you got to pull it out before you.
And this at the end because it's fresh.
It's more of a sort of.
You're right. It's just there.
Yeah, it just sort of ticks away.
So my favourite, I love a minestrone.
I love how green it is.
Yeah, no, it's
proper. Or at least your choice of minestrone. This is.
And the French one, pesto.
Yeah, you know, it's also good.
Yeah,
very nice. Yeah.
Tell me about the French one.
So it's really just. Yet again, I mean, these were born from necessity in terms of really what's around, what they have. It's a cheap ingredient as well, so it's all your sort of veggies and stuff, and then a bulker, so your pasta or your orzo or your beans, and then that sort of really gives it that sort of bulkiness and sort of heartiness as well. Yeah. And yet again, born from necessity, born from needing to use things that are around, and then just cook it up and away you go.
Cool. Tell me about what's going on over there. I love the presentation of that preparation.
Really want to. So if you're doing a roasted tomato soup, and I'd always do a roasted tomato soup as opposed to a non-roasted tomato soup, because tomatoes really benefit from that really high heat. They almost go a nice sort of charred sort of blackness. There's a lot of natural sugar in there as well. So then that all comes out. So that's the only way to really get that natural sugar out. To give it a good hard roast with your thyme and your garlic and classic flavors here. Touch of olive oil. Give it a solid hard roast, and then then you can pop it in a pan, and then you can go yet again with your classic mirepoix flavor. A little bit of stock, and then a little bit of cream, a little bit of butter, a good solid blend. Either keep it chunky or pass it through a sieve nice and smooth. It's almost, if you want to, actually the most important thing to think about when doing a tomato soup is almost like when you make like a Bloody Mary, if you've made those, so it's got your vinegar, your sugar, your Worcester sauce, all those sort of classic flavors. Yeah, exactly. So, go down that sort of route because they are really sort of big sort of flavor friends with tomato.
And you know what's really nice is in summer you can put a bit of yogurt.
Whoa.
Make a beautiful chilled soup.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cold little gazpacho.
Okay, I don't know, guys.
Little gazpacho, come on.
That's a bit extreme for me. Cold soup's never been the thing. If you're inviting me to your home or to an event, don't do cold soups. Soups are meant to they're meant to speak to your soul in a warm kind of way.
That will make your heart smile.
Well, let's talk about that during a short little break. In the meantime, 0214309881. Give us a call for the culinary hotline. Bling! Zing! Souped up, baby.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline Bling.
That can only mean one thing.
It means one thing when you tune into your Feel Good Breakfast show on Wednesday at this time. It's the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting. Gosh, Neil Anthony, Jenny Morris in the kitchen, and we're talking about all kinds of soups. I really wouldn't want anyone else, to be honest. You can, of course, give us a call on 021-430-9881. I believe Khadija is on the line from Cape Town. Good morning, Khadija.
Good morning, Pat. My recipe is a long recipe. It's got a lot of veggies in it, but it's very scrumptious. Okay, can I give you the ingredients?
Please give us the ingredients.
Okay, it's potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, sweet potatoes, onion, parsley, celery, spinach, and garlic.
Sure.
All that.
Get that in.
Right? You put your pot on the stove for a quarter with water. Then in that water you add cloves, ice peppercorn, salt and pepper, and let it simmer.
Nice.
Meantime, clean your veggies and blend all your veggies together.
Wow.
And then you add that to the pot. And then you add fillet chicken cut into small pieces. If you try that, you come tell me again how your soup tastes.
Oh, Khadija, thank you very, very much.
It's on.
Yum, yum.
You remind me of that time we were all talking about, Mom, what you making for dinner? I got greens, potatoes, tomatoes, green beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lettuce, all of those. But that soup looks mighty delicious that Neil is about to dish out for us.
We're going to do two.
And while you do that,
bad boys,
it's equally important what you put on top of your soup as what you put inside your soup. So let's talk about soup toppings quickly. What would you suggest?
I like texture, so for me I like a bit of saltiness, so bacon definitely, some croutons and a bit of Parmesan cheese. Thank you, Chef. Really good for me. Neil, what do you like?
Yeah, so I'm all about sort of, I like that sort of crazy ripple effect.
Okay.
So, you know, you take some yogurt or some yogurt, whatever you want to call it.
If you will,
or a touch of cream, you can just sort of pop that in.
Okay.
And then, you know, you can sort of, you know,
just let it dance, let it dance.
And then, you know, just sort of
let it dance.
ripple it through.
Okay.
That's what it's about.
All
and
right.
Then, you know, some crispy shallots as well. And
nice.
you know, then you can sort of, you know, just sort of break fresh herbs into there as well.
Just very laissez-faire of you.
Yeah, exactly more.
Yeah.
Comme ça.
We miss
Nice,
you.
nice.
That looks delicious. I remember as a kid watching movies, and they'd have like these time period movies where it looked like the people of the time were just starving, right? And they'd like dish massive ladles of soup into these bowls, and they'd have like a piece of wooden bowls. What's his name? Oliver Twist kind of thing. And they'd have a piece of bread and just and that's how I've always drench your beard and everything.
Exactly.
It's how I've always believed a soup must be enjoyed. But what is the actual proper decent manner of enjoying a soup?
Don't talk. Come on. Go. Tip.
That's how you do it, baby.
So good.
Yum, yum.
So, that is so good, though.
There you go, baby.
Ah, man. May I have a taste of this? Listen, we
do.
make some of the most delicious stuff in the kitchen, and
There you go.
oh, man. It's warm in your hands.
Exactly.
Warm in your belly.
It's just speaking in volumes right now in other languages I don't understand.
Look at that. That is perfection.
Oh, it's so hot. Oh.
One piece of that. Good? I'll try.
Listen, have a try. I wouldn't make you sip on that. But that's beautiful. So I think we've shared a decent amount of recipes and hacks of how to make an ideal soup for the winter season. Of course, remember that base of leeks, carrots, celeries,
the
onion.
mirepoix, baby.
Make your mirepoix, you know? And then serve your soup with a beautiful piece of bread and whatever topping you would decide on making. Listen, making soup from scratch is a great way to not only look after your family's health, but a wonderful way to stretch your buck in the long winter months ahead. So go on, make a soup. In fact, make double. Freeze it. Put it in the freezer and enjoy it for many, many nights to come. And of course, join us again next week for the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting.